All right, welcome to a new week of Ether Raids, and we're off to a tough start this Astra season. We got a really big match here against a very well-constructed defense. This is a lot of pieces that are well fit together, or well put together rather, and they all work in pretty much wonderful synergy. We have the Ather here, we have Tharja and her daughter, and we have the off-season Black Knight. And yeah, this is going to be pretty much impossible for me to beat, but I'm going to give it a shot nonetheless. I think my main concern here is probably going to be Tharja, because I'm running a blue Omni tank and Tharja is green. My only hope here is that I can win the speed check so that I don't get absolutely wrecked. So this is a team that I'm bringing here for this particular situation, because ultimately if Tamara gets outsped and doubled, she will definitely die because of the Black Knight support. So there's really not much that we can do about that. Just looking at the units here, there's really no way to attack into this. We just have to let them attack us. We have to bait, because I don't have any. I guess Camilla would be an option, but Camilla Hardy bearing Rhea, not that great unless I had the Erica ring equipped, but I don't have it currently set up that way. So yeah, we're gonna have to tank it with Tamara. I think we should be able to handle Marth with the setup that we have. I'm running empathy support and frozen support from Naga, and I just have a ton of damage. I don't know if the speed is going to be enough. Hopefully the frozen effect will be enough to ensure that we're able to get the double or not get doubled at the very least. But from there on out, we're just going to have to hope that Tamara is fast enough. It should be pretty quick in terms of speed, but just looking at all of the support that is here on the enemy team, I'm really wondering if it's going to be enough with the what's the status effect called that she has? Hex? No.
I seek a foe.
I forget. But yeah, we're just going to hope that we're fast enough so that we don't get doubled, because that's the main way to avoid getting obliterated by the reflective damage, at least for this team. And once we win the speed check, or if we win the speed check, then it should be good to go from there. Just looking at everything that is lined up,
we shall emerge victorious.
I think this is going to be my best play here. We're going to try to bait out Marth. And yeah, let's see what Marth does. Let's see what Marth does. I think we should be able to get Marth at the very least here. If Tharja attacks, then I think it's GG's, because I don't think we're going to be able to win the speed check there. But if we can just get Marth, then I think we should be good. Because I don't think there's going to be as many follow-ups, because of the warping won't be as much of a problem. But yeah, let's see. I think something like this. And I wonder where I should put. I'm also concerned about them potentially warping behind the back in case that, Marth doesn't die, but I think this should be okay. Yeah, they have a bunch of status effects, especially Ather's status effect, which gives them additional speed swings, and then of course Tharja's status effect as well, that also gives speed swings. But I don't think they're going to get the most benefit out of that, since they won't be able to be within range of enough support units to get everything out of that.
Close your eyes.
I think this is the best that I can do, so I'm just going to have to set up like this, and then hope that I have enough debuffs
we shall emerge
on the
victorious.
enemy team to make it work. I went with Emblem Micaiah here just because she's new, and I figure I want to give her, I just want to play with her for a little bit. But really, I think Attuned Micaiah would work out better on this team, just for mobility-wise, mobility's sake. Yeah, I'm giving Attuned Micaiah, Emblem Micaiah, a run here. The extra healing helps sometimes, especially when there's, especially in this season where there's Ather, and she can inflict that null healing status, fatal smoke status on us. I think being able to cleanse that and then also get 20 healing on top of that is a pretty decent enough trade-off.
All will be well.
I'm a little bit
Yes.
trying to put together this final move. I have to move I think I may have messed up a little bit here, but I have to move Thor. But I also kind of don't want Micaiah to be stuck. So I'm trying to think of the best way to do this.
Well. I see.
Okay. I think something like this should be best. Alright, so all that's left now is just to see what happens. Alright. Ooh, that's not great. We're losing the speed check to Marth, but I think we should live.
Yes.
Okay, maybe we don't live. I didn't expect him to hit that hard, and she missed it by 5. Oh my god, yeah, we're dead.
Guard down.
Man, I didn't expect to lose the speed check against Marth of all people. I thought Tharja would have been the one to win the speed check there. That's insane. And he's not even getting the Alir support. It's really Tharja, and he's too far from Alir to get the Alir. Of course, naturally, you can see the positioning. I didn't expect Tamara to. I gotta recheck this team then. That's unfortunate. I really thought she would have outsped Marth there. I'm using Naga as a replacement for Sedith because I figured it would be enough, but apparently no. Look at all these status effects, yo. Hex. Man, yeah, look at all these status effects that he has. It makes sense. Alright, let's play another one, man. GG's, you got me here. Alright, here's your second attempt at the day. This one looks a little bit more manageable, to say the least. Yeah, we're gonna go with this team here, and as you can see, we are taking the new unit for a spin here, the new Happy for a spin. So we're gonna see how she performs and how this new mechanic performs in practice. I've been using it a little bit with, well, the AI has been using it in Tempest Trials and all of those automatic auto battle game modes, but we're going to take advantage of it in Ether raids for this week. I was trying to figure out the team composition. Basically, I've swapped out Celica for Happy, and I also kind of swapped out Marth on this team. Marth was on this team, Brave Marth. I figured let's just give him a rest for this week and try something out. So we got Happy here, as well as Ather. And basically Ather kind of fills one of the gaps that was on this team where it was weak to AoEs. So that should be resolved now. Basically, we're going to depend on dual Marth for pretty much everything. So we're going to see how that pans out. With Sedith support, hopefully it goes well, which is one of the things that was missing from that match that we played earlier. The loss that we took. I like afterwards I did some testing and some swapping around, and ultimately came to the conclusion that Sedith is better than Sedith's support is better than Naga's support, unfortunately. It's just more speed. Otherwise, they're kind of the same, but in terms of speed support, Sedith is definitely the better option. So I invested into Sedith, my second Sedith, a little bit more, just to fill that gap. I really wanted to use her, but her C skill is where a ton of her stuff is, Naga. And I can't replace her C skill just to give her like a drive or something. It won't be the same. So unfortunately, I just don't think it's going to be possible to use her. I'd also love to potentially build a team with her and Sedith just to see how much speed I could stack, but yeah, don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So yeah, we're going to do this. It's going pretty well so far. I don't think we'll have any problems here. My main concern is Ather, enemy Ather, and that's pretty much it. We're just going to get the pots afterwards. Yeah, that's basically it.
Close your eyes. Why not?
Aside from that, it's pretty early in the week, so not that much to talk about. I mean, I have skipped a couple of days, but nothing really monumental in terms of face stuff has come out. So yeah, we're just taking on our matches for today. I think I'm going to play at least maybe 2 if I have the time, and then we'll take it from there. I was very surprised that we got such a tough matchup on the very first match, several hours after reset. So I guess there's something to it. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna close this one out, then see what we can get from there. I didn't update my defense. I'm just running the same old one from before. It's still decent. It still loses to the Camilla. What's that one? Sakura combination. It is Earth season, so I do expect to see quite a bit of that. It's really not a way for me to avoid losing to that. I mean, aside from just having a bulkier defense or making sure there's no way for them to get in, but it's not as easy as it sounds. And I don't particularly think I have the units to fulfill that role as well. But aside from that, it should be still pretty competent. It's kind of crazy that we've gone so long without me without having to change the defense. It's been I can't really recall a time in the game where we've just been, not forced to change our defenses for so long, and it's kind of unfortunate. But let's see how this one's going well so far. This is definitely one of the most stagnant metas that we've had for a while in Aether raids. In the game in general, just not a lot of change. I don't really know if Black Knight is to be blamed 100% for that. Because we did need stronger saves to kind of counteract Camilla's whole thing. So I wouldn't necessarily say Black Knight is to be blamed. Probably want to blame Camilla, but she's such a good unit that I don't really know if it's always good to have offensive power, So I don't really know if Camilla is the one to be blamed for that, but it's really not a fun time in the game in terms of being creative with your defensive builds, having options in terms of what to put out there. It's just not the greatest time, but we still try to do our best. Here's the Sigurd problem, and it's kind of solved by Ather. I figured I could probably have tanked him with Ather as well. But this is fine. Marth handle it. We'll get up there and take it from there. Just get the pots and get out. Pretty quick match, which is good. The other one took like 20 minutes, but I kind of cut out some of the boring stuff.
I'll do it.
Yeah, we should be done here relatively soon. I was just watching Patrick play some Fire Emblem doing his dailies as well. It looked like he took a break from the game, which, to be fair, I don't blame him. He's a pretty competitive guy. So when you see someone like that taking a break from the game, it's definitely an indication that there's something off about the game itself in terms of the fun element. Because it's great to have like all of these tools to make the game competitive, but you still need to find some amount of enjoyment at some point in the game, and I guess that went away for him, as it has done for many others currently in the game. Joel seems to be doing fine though. He's still building units, plus stunning units with feathers and stuff. Let's play another match. Okay, here we go. This is the same team. We're gonna go with it yet again. It worked so well the first time, so let's do it again. For the team with Tamara, I did make the alterations. As I said, I swapped out Naga because Sedith is just still better. Best refine all year. I want to say he's still the best refine, and I'm still surprised that there has not been a pay-to-win option that fulfills the same role. Contemplated, what's her face again? Why am I forgetting her name? Sakura. I contemplated Sakura a bit, but I decided I just didn't want to use her. And again, Sedith, he's just doing the stuff without actually having to perform an action, whereas Sakura, there's one part of her support that's missing unless you do a support thing. So I decided that Sedith was just better overall. I guess Sakura would have worked as well, but the thing, Sakura, it's a tank team, and I kind of don't really need her on that team. Yeah, she's not really needed on that. I'd rather have Sedith instead of her. Although it probably would have been better to have an extra nuke on the team, because a lot of times when you're building tank teams, you kind of end up with a bunch of melee units, which isn't great, because sometimes you want to have a ranged options just to switch it up and be able to get, like, let's say a pot or someone that's hiding in the back a little bit easier. So it's usually good to have a mix in terms of composition, but I just couldn't find a ranged unit that performed similarly to Sedith that wasn't Sakura. Sakura would have been the obvious choice there in terms of just overall support, and then also Ninja Lucina, but I'm not re-blessing her from Light Season. So yeah, we just went with Sedith alone, and Micaiah just stuck around. Attune Micaiah would probably work as well if I had that C skill, if I had an extra copy of Marth, so I could provide the C skill for the warping thing, even though I guess it probably wouldn't have worked. But I really would, and I don't think she can learn it either. I think it's only for melees. So yeah, maybe that's wrong. But yeah, Attune Micaiah would have been a good addition to that team. If you like deck her out with support stats for speed primarily, which I could have done, but yeah, no, I didn't want to do that. So yeah, I'm building another Sedith now. As I said, we fixed the problem with this team, which was AoE Sigurd, no longer issue. I think maybe this Hathrun, I have a ranged version of Hathrun, and I actually don't use her as much as I believe I'm going to use this one. The other option would have been Veil, the Cav version of Veil. What does she do? She neutralizes the AoE like Goto, or she reduces it to 80%, so you don't take as much damage. So that would have been the other option, but I kind of just want to give Hathrun a run for this season, and then, I don't know, maybe I'll keep the team or change the team with that in mind later on down the line. I think I might give the ranged version of Springvale I'm referring to another chance, because she didn't really feature much when she came out. She was on the team, but I just didn't use it. She wasn't. This team didn't exist. I was using a double save team, and I ended up just not using that double save team at all with Naga. Is Naga or Nagi? I think Halloween Nagi. Yeah. But that team just faded. Nagi really faded off really quickly, and she wasn't a bad save either. Kind of insane how she fell off so fast. But yeah, we're pretty much done with this one as well. Just gonna take out a couple more units.
We go together. Yes.
I haven't played the latest story chapter yet, but man, I've been hearing a ton of good things and bad things. Is it bad or just like we're not ready for this about the new villain from the story chapter? Well, she doesn't really strike me as a villain, but her new opponent, and just how tanky she is with that miracle build that she has. I don't know if it's her weapon or what it is, but she looks really, really strong. It's going to be a pain to deal with her once she comes through into the game. It looks like, at least from what I've been seeing, AoE seems to be her weakness, and I'm sure IS will do something to reduce that in terms of just how powerful that is against her. And then even if that's the case, we have options to build around her to prevent that AoE weakness or reduce it, as I was saying. But it seems like she's some type of miracle looper, and being an armored unit, kind of similar to Rhea, it's going to be really incredibly difficult to kill her. So I haven't wanted to touch the orbs yet. That's really what it was. But whenever I get up to it, I'll go get those orbs and try out the story mode and see how my team performs. Yeah, she looks really strong. I'm very surprised that they decided to go that route with her. I didn't think she would be as good as she is in this. I didn't think IS had the creative ability to make a unit like this or like her in particular. I didn't think they would be able to think something like that through, where it's not like completely toxic. So yeah, excited to play with her just to see how she performs, and then from there we'll see how the meta changes, because it definitely looks like she's going to be a meta changer, a meta shifter. I don't expect her to be released anytime soon. Maybe after CYL, we'll see how that goes, which means that she'll have more time to get increased BST, new skills, things of that nature. So, Halloween, Christmas, those banners are looking, we're going to be in for quite a change. I'm at the end of the month, there's going to be a lot of different meta shifts that are going to happen around that time. I can feel it in my bones. I can see it happening. And it's at least something to look forward to, because it means that we won't have this Black Knight problem anymore, which is a good thing. It's kind of annoying to deal with, but yeah, I'm looking forward. It gives me something to look forward to at the very least. Yeah, so there's that.
Is it time?
And what else am I thinking here? We're gonna see how. Okay, that's nice. Okay, Happy can actually do it. How much is the damage she's putting out actually? A lot of this, I was contemplating giving her an actual special, but it looks like she needs the AoE. Very, as I said before, reminiscent of Spring Sonya 32. Not that much, but we get the win here. Get out of this match. GG's. See you in the next one.